During the vibrant 1980s, European supercars ruled the racing world with absolute, unquestionable dominance. Meanwhile, Toyota was globally known for building reliable, economical family vehicles for the everyday masses. Deep inside secret Japanese engineering facilities, passionate designers dreamt of challenging the untouchable global elite.
The early Celica Supra emerged as a solid attempt, though it lacked true terrifying power.
Wealthy European manufacturers scoffed at Japanese ambitions, believing their racing heritage remained forever perfectly unassailable.
Toyota engineers refused to accept defeat, relentlessly pushing boundaries within their cutting-edge testing laboratories. They forged an indestructible cast-iron engine block capable of handling absolutely monstrous turbo pressure.
The third-generation model arrived, proving that Japanese cars could finally handle extreme track conditions.
Everything changed when designers began sculpting the smooth clay model of the legendary fourth generation. The beating heart of this new beast was the legendary twin-turbo 2JZ engine masterpiece. When the fourth-generation Supra finally launched, the automotive world paused in absolute stunned silence. Engineers spent countless hours perfecting extreme aerodynamics to ensure ultimate stability at terrifyingly high speeds. Elite drivers of expensive European cars laughed at the affordable vehicle challenging their sacred territory. Suddenly, the green flag dropped, and the underestimated Japanese coupe unleashed its hidden chaotic fury. Spectators gasped as the heavily turbocharged machine effortlessly blasted past legendary Italian thoroughbreds without hesitation. Its advanced suspension system gripped tight corners with aggressive precision that defied all logical expectations.
Inside the cockpit, the fearless driver masterfully shifted gears, pushing the engine toward absolute limits. Crossing the finish line first against million-dollar supercars permanently changed modern automotive racing history.
Track victories quickly translated into massive street credibility among underground automotive enthusiasts across the globe. Mechanics soon discovered the cast iron block could withstand unbelievable power upgrades without internal modifications. Output numbers doubled, then tripled, easily reaching 1,000 horsepower on standard factory engine components.
Elite owners of expensive exotic machines suddenly found themselves humiliated during late-night highway races. A single surge of boost propelled the affordable Japanese car past prestigious European flagship models.
This unprecedented tuning potential transformed the vehicle from a simple sports car into a god.
Roaring exhausts shooting massive fireballs became the terrifying signature warning sign of approaching Japanese dominance. An entire generation of young car enthusiasts proudly hung posters celebrating this unstoppable giant killer. The established hierarchy was shattered forever, proving that brilliant engineering could defeat deep corporate pockets. Soon, Hollywood filmmakers noticed the growing phenomenon, preparing to immortalize the car on silver screens. A starring role in a blockbuster franchise instantly catapulted the vehicle into global mainstream superstardom.
Millions of children worldwide drove the virtual version, cementing its legendary status inside digital worlds.
However, shifting global economic climates and strict emissions regulations threatened the future of sports coupes.
In 2002, production finally ended, marking the tragic conclusion of an incredible era.
Instead of fading into obscurity, used market values soared to absolutely unprecedented, staggering financial heights.
Wealthy collectors preserved these machines like priceless fine art, shielding them from harsh, everyday elements.
The legendary heart found new life, transplanted into various different racing chassis across the world. For nearly 2 decades, loyal enthusiasts fiercely demanded the glorious return of their favorite king.
Behind closed doors, top executives finally began plotting a bold, highly controversial modern resurrection strategy.
To cement global dominance, Toyota entered their ultimate weapon into the fierce domestic racing championship.
The legendary Castrol livery became instantly iconic, striking absolute fear into competing professional racing teams. Engineers radically swapped the heavy factory motor for a lighter, aggressively turbocharged four-cylinder alternative.
This strategic weight reduction allowed the Japanese coupe to hunt down million-dollar hypercar legends.
Flawless pit stops and legendary mechanical reliability proved crucial during grueling, unpredictable Japanese endurance races.
Securing multiple Grand Touring championships solidified the vehicle as an absolute titan of modern motorsport.
Virtual racing simulators beamed these incredible Japanese championship battles directly into millions of teenage bedrooms. Fearless drivers even conquered terrifying international hill climbs, proving phenomenal aerodynamic stability across diverse environments. Underground Japanese tuners exported their monstrous creations worldwide, executing illegal, high-speed midnight highway runs. These infamous outlaw stunts generated massive international headlines, further amplifying the growing, untouchable street myth. Advanced double wishbone suspension geometry kept massive rear tires perfectly planted during extreme high speeds. Massive ventilated disc brakes provided immense stopping power necessary for outmaneuvering much lighter European rivals.
A brilliant sequential turbocharger design virtually eliminated turbo lag across the entire massive RPM range.
Quarter-mile drag strips quickly became another arena where Japanese engineering completely decimated traditional competitors. The fighter jet-inspired wraparound cockpit created an ultimate, seamless connection between driver and machine.
Annual enthusiast gatherings expanded exponentially, celebrating this specific model's unrivaled contribution to global car culture.
Proud European executives secretly studied these impressive performance metrics, desperately attempting to protect their prestige. Punishing laps around treacherous German racing circuits proved the chassis could conquer universally feared territory. An entirely new global industry rapidly emerged solely to supply unlimited aftermarket performance upgrade components.
The distinct, aggressive inline-six engine howl echoing through tunnels became instantly recognizable worldwide forever.
The mighty Conqueror vanished from showrooms, leaving behind a massive void within the automotive community. Years turned into a long decade, yet the enduring legacy of the vehicle only strengthened.
Pristine factory original examples became incredibly rare museum pieces, commanding absolute respect from younger generations.
Independent designers continuously flooded the internet with striking digital concepts of a potential modern successor.
What's the top speed? Is this the new electric model? When does it hit the market?
Engineers tested radical new chassis dynamics in freezing Scandinavian environments to ensure absolute handling perfection.
To reduce astronomical development costs, Japanese leadership forged an unprecedented strategic partnership with German engineers. Combining legendary Japanese reliability with elite Bavarian driving dynamics promised an incredibly lethal new machine.
Anticipation reached a fever pitch as the automotive world held its breath for the reveal.
The curtain finally dropped, revealing a sleek, aggressive design that immediately divided global automotive enthusiasts. Purists angrily criticized the heavy German influence, questioning if the modern machine possessed Japanese soul.
However, the newly sourced turbocharged inline-six engine quickly proved itself as an absolute powerhouse.
Professional test drivers pushed the new chassis incredibly hard around demanding American technical racing circuits. Official lap times shocked journalists as the controversial coupe completely decimated significantly pricier automotive rivals. Skeptical tuning shops eventually embraced the platform, unlocking massive hidden horsepower within the modern block.
Modified versions entered professional drifting championships, sliding violently through thick smoke to capture global victories.
Factory-backed customer racing programs successfully launched, sending fierce competitive variants into international endurance battles.
Responding to massive public demand, engineers eventually introduced a highly anticipated manual transmission gearbox option.
This crucial addition completely restored the lost emotional connection between hardcore enthusiasts and the machine. Driving purists rejoiced globally as they finally regained total mechanical control over the turbocharged beast.
Modern time attack events witnessed the aggressive new chassis shattering established track records almost immediately.
Independent builders pushed automotive engineering limits, crafting bespoke parts that unlocked absolutely terrifying dynamic capabilities. Heat management became incredibly vital, as power levels consistently exceeded 1,000 furious wheel horsepower.
Wealthy international collectors quickly recognized the growing cultural significance, adding custom builds to pristine garages.
This historic badge represents far more than just metal, rubber, fuel, and advanced computer chips. It remains an enduring symbol of relentless ambition, conquering deeply established global aristocratic automotive hierarchies.
Internet meme culture heavily amplified the vehicle's legendary status, introducing it to younger digital generations.
Older generations proudly pass their hard-earned mechanical wisdom down to passionate young automotive apprentices. Even today, owners of million-dollar hypercars feel distinct anxiety when pulling alongside this legend. The immortal inline-six engine block remains the ultimate standard measuring modern internal combustion performance.
Professional electronic sports competitors continue mastering the virtual chassis across incredibly realistic digital racing simulators.
It perfectly encapsulates Japan's relentless cultural pursuit of blending absolute everyday reliability with extreme performance. Former bitter European rivals eventually acknowledged the sheer brilliance behind this terrifyingly capable Japanese challenger. Accelerating towards an uncertain automotive future, the famous nameplate ensures its magnificent legacy survives forever. This gleaming badge represents the ultimate victory of passionate engineering over traditional automotive social hierarchies. As the silent electric revolution rapidly approaches, the screaming combustion engine stands incredibly stubbornly defiant. Its timeless exterior design completely refuses to age, remaining visually stunning amidst boring modern traffic.
Countless passionate owners continue sharing deeply emotional personal stories connected to their beloved Japanese machines.
Driving these incredible vehicles provides an absolutely unmatched feeling of raw, unadulterated mechanical automotive joy.
Different generations drive side by side, visually demonstrating decades of continuous, unbroken high-performance evolution.
Today, heavily guarded transport ships actively export these highly sought-after legends across distant oceans. Elite international auction houses now recognize these Japanese domestic sports cars as incredibly valuable investments. Every single bolt and titanium component whispers a glorious history of overcoming impossible engineering challenges.
Enthusiasts proudly take their prized possessions onto challenging circuits, honoring the original fearless racing spirit.
This remarkable Japanese coupe permanently dethroned arrogant European royalty, forever changing the global automotive landscape.
Ascending steep mountain roads, the legendary machine continues pushing far beyond established modern physical limits. For millions of devoted global fans, this specific vehicle represents absolute perfection in automotive design.
Every single grueling race taught engineers valuable lessons that shaped future generations of brilliant automobiles.
The name itself commands universal respect across every single major continent and competitive racing discipline. While competitors eventually faded into absolute obscurity, this incredible masterpiece cemented its eternal cultural immortality. Passionate enthusiasts ensure the powerful legend is lovingly passed down to future generations of drivers.
Speed remains the ultimate universal language, and this particular car speaks it with absolute fluency.
Raw power, brilliant engineering, and absolute dedication ultimately created an unstoppable global pop culture phenomenon.
What began as a humble, affordable coupe ultimately conquered the entire prestigious global supercar establishment. This is the definitive story of how Japanese engineering permanently rewrote history and achieved greatness.